Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be why the narcissist is watching. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So I'm giggling a little bit because I'm out at the rancho and the yellow lab is here, so he may jump up on me. I just want to give you a fair warning. It's just that time. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but he's here right now. So I want to let you know that. So why the narcissist is watching. Let's think about this. When you first met the narcissist, what did they do? That's right. They were watching you. They were analyzing you, doing their homework on you, their reconnaissance, trying to figure out what made you tick. That's why they asked you so many questions in the beginning. That's why they acted like they cared. That's why they wore the mask. You see, they were watching you. They were trying to figure out the perfect way to fool you, to dupe you, to manipulate you, ultimately to take virtually everything you have and then move on after the discard. The thing is this, the narcissist was watching you way back then. They were watching you all throughout the relationship too. Bear in mind, when you were in the narcissistic relationship, you did not know it was a narcissistic relationship because you most likely didn't even know what narcissism was. But you knew something was wrong, something was amiss, and you weren't being treated properly. You weren't in this relationship with the person both going towards the same goals and same path. And slowly, each and every day, and I do mean each and every day, you were being chipped away at. You were being diminished, devalued. You were being gaslit, stonewalled. You were totally being invalidated, and you didn't understand this. And when this was happening, the narcissist was watching you. You may say, what are you talking about, Andrew? Why were they watching? They were watching to see how you were handling this and to see how much more in the fuel tank you could offer them. That's exactly what they were doing. The whole relationship, they were testing you to see how much more supply they could get out of you, how much more of your looks, money, energy, effort, love, attention, devotion, everything they could get from you before the relationship ended. That's what they did. And that's what they're doing right now with the new supply, I can assure you, or many sources of new supply. But the narcissist is always watching you. Throughout the relationship, they would do things that a healthy person would not do, like ghost you, maybe not answer your texts for hours or days at a time, disappear without letting you know where they were. Maybe they would just walk in the front door and it would be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde all over again. You never knew who you were dealing with. You never do. That's why it was an unhealthy and certainly a not stable relationship. And the narcissist knew this. And they put up with this they portrayed this as long as they possibly could until you figured out, wow, something's not right here. And maybe you caught on to them. And maybe you put the pieces of the puzzle together and found a channel like mine or others. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you just tolerated it because you were so beaten down, you didn't understand what you were dealing with, and you just thought that that's what a relationship was all about. It's not. So the narcissist is always watching you. Now the narcissistic relationship is over, and the narcissist, you may say, are they still watching me now? I can assure you they are. Are they sitting there right next to you, ignoring you while they're on one of their 3 cell phones while you guys are supposed to be watching a documentary? No. Are they in your proximity? Most likely no. Have you gone no contact, blocked them, deleted them, removed flying monkeys and any other family members or acquaintances that you have in common? I certainly hope so. But even then you may say, well, how is the narcissist watching, Andrew? I don't get this. Very simple. The narcissist, remember, they're always in competition with you specifically and virtually the whole world. They believe that they're better than you. They believe they're better than everybody that walks on this planet. They believe they do nothing wrong. They believe that they have the answers to virtually anything that's asked of them. And they don't make mistakes. They're not accountable. They have no remorse, no regret. And they definitely think that they're better than you. So when the narcissistic relationship ends, and let's say it's been a while, I'm not going to put a time frame on it, but it's been a while and you're healing, or you're healed. You're well on, you're well on your way. The narcissist will check in on you. They'll keep tabs on you, maybe through flying monkeys, maybe through a random phone call, maybe through a text that you're like, whose number is this? I don't know these people. Maybe through a friend of a friend. Maybe through someone you don't even know. Maybe it's a cleaning lady. Maybe it's a neighbor. It could be a teacher. It could be anybody. It could be someone from your past a long, long time ago that they tracked down and befriended them and was wondering how you're doing. Now that seems like a lot of work to do. Keep in mind the narcissist lives by cloak and dagger. They dupe people, fool people. They're masters of manipulating people. So I wouldn't put anything past them. And these examples I just illustrated for you are certainly true. They're certainly possibilities. And there are literally hundreds of thousands of other opportunities how they may be watching you. Now, this video isn't to say, oh my gosh, they're watching me, like, what am I doing? Oh, no, it's not that. And it's not to say to lower your boundaries. Maintain your boundaries, continue going no contact, continue moving forward, and continue being the best version of yourself possible. Remember, we left the narcissist in our past. Our past is done. It's over with. We closed the chapter of the book. We're moving forward. Yes, we do need to educate ourselves on what happened and everything, and it's healthy to do that because you need to be authentic and genuine with yourself and embrace your emotions. Let's be real. What happened in your narcissistic relationship, it was part of you. Whether you want to admit that or not, it was. It's your history. It's your lineage. Is it a comforting relationship to have gone through? No, it's difficult. But you did it, and you're here now. And so for that, I'm saying thank you very much, and I applaud you. I'm giving you a big virtual hug. But the narcissist is always watching you. They will always be comparing you to see what you're doing. When? Are you succeeding? Are you doing better? Do you have another love interest? Do you have a new circle of friends? Are you getting healthier? Are you getting stronger? How are your financial resources coming along? Are you still living in the same house? Are you driving a nicer car? Are you really moved on from the narcissist? The narcissist is wondering all of these things. Now keep in mind, they may not be wondering them each and every day, like they don't wake up and think, oh wow, no, probably not. But when your name crosses their mind, or someone else mentions your name from the past, that will bring you back into light with the narcissist. It will. And the narcissist will be thinking, wow, I wonder what happened there. I wonder what they're doing. And if they're running low on supply, and let's be real, the narcissist is virtually always running low on supply. Maybe they're going to do some reconnaissance. Maybe they're going to be spying on you, watching you. Keep in mind, there are no coincidences on this planet. I'm a firm believer that there is no such thing as a coincidence. Each one of us is exactly where we're meant to be in this exact moment. An example would be, I personally right here am meant to be creating this video for you in my rancho, and you are meant to be wherever you are on the planet watching this video, educating yourself and understanding and learning and growing and healing. That's what you're meant to be doing. There's no coincidence in life. It just doesn't happen. So if you are, let's say you go to the store, or let's say you go to the movies, or whatever people do these days, and you see the narcissist and you're like, oh my God, what is this? Don't be surprised if that wasn't on purpose, if you understand what I'm saying. The narcissist will go to great lengths to keep tabs on you and to keep informed on what you're doing, where you are, and how you're doing. Remember what I mentioned a moment ago. Everything is a competition with the narcissist. They believe they're better than you. They believe they own you. They believe that they have rights to you virtually because they fooled you once. And let's be real, when you were in the trauma bond, it was the most excruciatingly difficult thing to break. It was, I know it was. And again, my heart goes out to you. But you did it, and you made it, and here you are. The narcissist, what they're doing after that happens, after you succeed and you put them in the past, what they will be doing again is watching you, saying, wow, is this one strong again? Are they charged up? Can I get more out of them? Will they remember the past? Will they remember how I damaged them, how I destroyed them, and treated them less than a human being? Will they remember those things? Or can I just suddenly, let's say, get myself into the picture again in some capacity, bat my eyelashes, or fool them again and say, hey, let's grab a cup of coffee. You know, it's been so long, and you know, the past is over with. You know, maybe we could start again new. No, you don't do that. Didn't mean to yell there, but you don't do that. That's what the narcissist is thinking. Maybe not now, maybe not in a year, maybe not in 10 years. But the narcissist always goes back to their old supplies. If you've been married for 1 year or 30, they will always be keeping tabs on you. They'll always be comparing you. They will always be watching you. Bear in mind also on social media, like we mentioned on the channel, frequently, you should be no contact, blocking, delete, all those kind of things. Create new accounts if you have to, and minimize your exposure to strangers. But the narcissist also creates fake accounts, and maybe they're spying on you in that way. Watch this one. Here's one of the best illustrations I can give you. And thank you for making it this far in the video. I appreciate it. Thank you. The Hoover. When a Hoover happens by the narcissist, why do you think that is? That's right. It's because they're running low on narcissistic supply, and they're going back to the well again. They're going back to see how strong you are, and if you've actually healed, and if you've actually changed, and if actually you remember how they abused you and everything. They're actually hoping that you're going to give them another chance, and that you're going to keep that door open just a little crack. And that little crack that you keep the door open to let the narcissist back in, over time, that will become a full-on gateway to abuse again. Remember, if you accept a Hoover, and you should not, But if you accept a Hoover, what you're doing are many things. One, you're letting the narcissist know that you're weak and you can't handle it, and you still have feelings or attachments for the narcissist. What does this do? This gives the narcissist the upper hand again. It gives them control. Once you accept a Hoover, you're virtually saying, yes, I'm ready for round 2 of abuse. I'm ready, no problem. Can I have some more? And can we do it right now? I really want this. That's what you're doing. Now, I do understand some of you on the channel, maybe you're not strong enough yet, and I understand that I'm not making light of anything. If you're not prepared and you're not strong enough, I highly suggest you take my recommendation and don't accept any contact from the narcissist. I don't care if they left their shirt in your house from 10 years ago. Buy a new shirt. I don't care if they're saying, oh, it's your birthday. You know, we used to go to this place for grab a cup of coffee all the time. You have new commitments now. You have no time for the narcissist. But I want to stay on track. The Hoover is evidence that the narcissist is thinking about you. Now, bear in mind, not everybody will get a Hoover. Let's rephrase that. Most people will get a Hoover. It's just a matter of time when it will happen. You need to be strong enough to not accept it. The Hoover would never happen if you weren't crossing the narcissist's mind. Play that again. That's a fact. So the narcissist is always watching you. They are. They're watching you more than you know. Again, I'm not saying they're sitting there every day with their binoculars on and spying on you through the windows and all that stuff. No, none of that. But they have their tabs, and they're paying attention, and they're seeing how you're healing and what you're doing, and if you've moved forward. Another thing is this. Pay attention for you, especially you veterans. Pay attention to this. Once you've healed, and let's say you found a new love interest, you got married again, or you're dating someone really seriously, or you bought that new house, whatever the improvements are in your personal life, but these are big improvements, and they're noticeable to others. When you've done this is usually when the narcissist will appear. Why? Because they're missing out on your good life. You know, they wanted everything that you had the first time you were with them, and they got most of it. Now they're seeing exactly, wow, you're living in that nice house, you have that fancy car, or whatever. They don't have to be tangible things like that. Maybe it's a relationship, and they see that you're with someone else, and they're like, oh my gosh. And the flood of memories comes back, and they're like, oh my gosh, I remember that. They were incredible. What was I doing? I need to get back. That's what they do, and that's what they may do. Now, this message, which I'm going to close the video right now, all this message is, it's an educational message for you to maintain your boundaries, continue to move forward, block, delete, remove fly monkeys, everything. But know in the back of your mind, the narcissist is always watching you. They sincerely are. Just continue to be on the path, continue to do the right thing, and move forward with your life. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Namaste. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. I love you guys. You are incredible. Big hug from me to you. I love you so much. Good night.